Hey, so as you know, I was targeted by a couple of different groups online, basically due to some people in my real life being butthurt that I no longer communicated with them, and then some people online being upset with my commentary and considering it controversial. But then also at the same time wanting to steal it and represent the thought themselves. So this was just a confluence of stupid, and they all connected and decided that they were gonna script or author or divine my life. And they've been exploiting me through surveillance abuses ever since 2020, probably doing like their on the ground reconnaissance earlier than that, but they decided they were going to sacrifice me for their surveillance abuses Truman Show. Which is like mixed reality. Some of it is online, as you can see the affiliates all running through their script, and then some of it is in the real world when they're paying people to sabotage you, to target you, to stalk you, to break into your home, to steal your documents, all of that kind of stuff, which they then, by the way, incorporate into their script and talk about online openly and archive. So this character right here is me. It was one of the first decks that they used my likeness for. Yeah, that's me. So they took my likeness without consent and put it on a whole bunch of tarot decks and other published material. One of the other people who took my likeness and published it on a bunch of decks with the other players that they recruited is named Intuitive Kev or Intuitive Kevin. You see him, all the other co-conspirators are always bigging him up. They're always shouting him out. So within this ecosystem that they call the Matrix, that's based on surveillance abuse, they have a supply and distribution chain. So it allows them to have quick turnaround. While they're stalking people and surveilling people, they can take those people's identities and convert it into media and publishing right away. Just like that, right? And of course, because they're surveillancing you and they're doing all of this subversively or covertly, you're not getting paid for their exploitation and use of your image. So what these people do is they find people that they want to mimic or copy, and they hijack that person as a brand. So before I could brand myself and actually become a public figure, these people decided that they were going to converge on my life through surveillance abuse and profile me, turn me into a psychometric, and brand me as their own brand and sell that brand and leave me out of the profits. So my image is everywhere because they've exploited the fuck out of my identity, and they have my likeness all over Pinterest, all over the internet, all over YouTube, all over their tarot decks, and they didn't pay me a dime for it. But they have a built-in supply and distribution network or a chain where they're all getting paid. And on top of that, the community managers and the platforms themselves are a part of the Hive collective intelligence Ponzi to increase engagement, prolong attention. And that's why they love using the concept of resonance or synchronicity. And a lot of that is because they are mirroring people through surveillance abuse and engaging in through the fourth wall communication through indirect or subliminal communication, okay? And that happens because they're able to profile people, and when they mirror the people that they profiled, they project personally identifiable information. Like this. This is personally identifiable to me. I know that this is an image of me. And just like the other cards I showed you, they use the likeness of other people that they've recruited as well, so that they can follow along and sort of have you energetically, as they say, or your essence or the imprints of your identity a part of their conversation. And that's how they entrap you, bind you, and entangle you to their narrative, or what they call the timeline. Anyways, I mapped this all out day one. I reported them all by name day one, and it was ignored because there are wealthy people that are a part of this surveillance abuses network. Again, it's used in music and entertainment in general, and it is a suppression and repression group. So if there's any like popular artist that wants to steal from somebody else or wants to get rid of competition, they will engage in privacy invasion and then steal intellectual property, creativity, and intelligence from that person. They'll basically mimic that person's identity and hide them, suppress them within the algorithm so that nobody else knows, and then in the real world have them blacklisted so that these people are never able to get the assistance that they actually need, and they are discredited and people just see them as, you know, a weirdo sort of. So that's what it is. That's what this network's job is to do. This is me.